Hola, buenos días, soy Nico.
Where?
And today we're here to finish up another wonderful week's worth of content. Well, yes, but before we get started, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me at patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive videos, weekly live streams, and be a part of the live streams where we have multifaceted conversations with a varied panel with varied topics depending on the week. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in. And last video's comment was basically about the Jagger Rambo situation where the preference doesn't prefer you, and he got played by one of his collaborators and called out for essentially not filming with black people within the last 3 years since he moved to Colombia, insisting that it's because there aren't enough black performers, even though Colombia has a large black populace with tons of black performers. In that conversation, some people were saying, don't be too woke, it's simply super happy adult fun time. But also, some people were saying that the bull black top dominating the white bottom is overplayed, oversaturated, and unoriginal, and I completely agree. Switch it up. And for those who enjoy my own super happy adult fun time content, I have just released the trailer for my latest collaboration that is out now with the amazing Andres Millan and my favorite sexy New York City homie cameraman, Ron Peraltax. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely go check it out. If you like it, go to the link and I'll see you there. Boop. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get on to the actual story. So I'm going to preface this. With, once again, I've always been allowed to run stories on Rhyheim Shabazz, but there hasn't been anything recent that was worth covering. So I'm going to be addressing all of his controversies in one video. Nico! I am not going to be giving my own opinions, and that's simply because they say when you report on a story that you shouldn't report on people that you know because you can be biased. And I'm not going to act like I'm above human nature. I know him fairly well. He's my mentor in the industry, and I've spent a considerable amount of time with him. Once again, if the Elijah story comes out and he decides to come forward, I'm going to cover that without any bias, seeing as how that is also my close friend. But if it's an outside occurrence aimed at him, I'm just going to state the facts and leave the conversation up to y'all. The only reason I'm doing this is because within my career online, I have no stains on my credibility. I have no stains on my actual actions. Nobody can ever tell me something that I've done that is inherently bad. So they always try to attach me to Rhyheim Shabazz, like I am this man's keeper, so I'm just going to get all of this out of the way. So that way, once again, you have nothing to say about me, because I don't do anything. I don't tell my personal business. I don't bother nobody. I stick to the T and I stick to the receipts. And that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to start with something that I've already covered, but only address Fat Rabbit Killer's aspect. And this is going to be the Devin Franco situation, where Rhyheim Shabazz titled the caption, "White boy booty is reparations," or something like that. I've already covered this story more in detail, basically talking about how Fat Rabbit Killer decided to come forward and apologize, once again, which he did not have to do. After somebody apologizes for something they've done in public, the most you can do is accept it or continue to hold on to that grudge. If you want to look at that video, I will link it right here. Essentially, Rhyheim Shabazz is also in that conversation. He's the one that made the caption, allegedly. Moving on to the next one. The next one is the most recent scenario that has come back into public light. I've done a little research on this. Basically, do y'all know that meme boy, the one that was like Miss Mamas?
Hey, Miss Mamas.
Huh? You said hey,
I
what?
said, hey, Miss Mamas, what took you so long? I don't like you. Miss Mamas.
That's not my name, bitch. At all. That's not my name. That's not my name. So don't get on, bitch. Don't get on here with your teeth playing with me, little girl. Find somebody to play with, bitch. Bitch, I beat the out you, hoe. Quit playing with me, bitch. What's wrong with that little hoe? Look, it's too much weird going on.
Like, he went viral because he would do live streams with random people and he coined the term Miss Mamas, and it went everywhere. Basically, 5 years ago, Rhyheim Shabazz got onto a live stream with this boy and they began to have banter.
You got Twitter?
Yeah, I got Twitter. It's in my bio. I don't do OnlyFans. I don't do porn, so don't be.
I'm just going to say you're very cute when you're nice. I'm just going to say that, but you can go
I'm
back
real
to being
nice.
mean.
I'm real buoyant, but I don't like you like that. I just don't. I like the money on you. You say you make 6 figures, so you can see the money on you, and it's all. It ain't no conversation. If you don't know about sugar daddy, it's not giving that. It's just giving sugar daddy. When I'm my sugar daddy,
You know, sugar daddies get sugar, buddy.
No, y'all don't. My sugar daddies, they don't get sugar. That's the game.
The boy was basically talking about, oh, so I heard you make a lot of money. You should send me some money. You should be my sugar daddy. So Rhyheim made the joke that, okay, well, sugar daddies get sugar. And he said, oh, well, I don't do that. My sugar daddies don't need that. So people have been using this to try to attach his name to the Austin Wolf category, which I think is disgusting. And like, it's disgusting in the sense that Austin Wolf has troves of evidence against him, be it his hard drives that were found in his New York City apartment, be it his Telegram chats that were found by the FBI and used to prosecute him, or be it his collaborations with youthful seeming partners where he continuously asks, are you 18? Are you 18? Hoping that they would say that they were younger. In the comments, the boy actually came forward, which I'm going to get to in a second, basically conflating that with someone who was swapping videos of 10-year-olds and infants being assaulted. I understand that everybody wants a key. I understand that everybody wants a laugh, but that is a gross comparison, especially since in his history, y'all can clock me if I'm wrong, there has been no such thing. There has been no rumors of that. There has been no evidence of him going after children. This isn't even a Grayling Parnell situation where he admitted on live stream that he slept with someone who was underage in the state of California. This isn't even that situation. So if you look at Rhyheim Shabazz's content, even when it comes to his studio, sometimes he does incorporate twinks because those are body types that are sought after within the community, but most of the time it's big, muscular grown men. I don't understand how that got conflated, but once again, that's that story. The boy actually came forward because he kept getting added, and he basically said, in the moment I thought it was weird, but during that point in my life, I was going on Instagram live with random people, so I never really knew what to expect, but it never went anywhere. We didn't continue conversation. It was just that singular live. And he basically said that he's grateful that he's still being referenced within the community, seeing as how he did make the catchphrase Miss Mamas go viral. And that is that story. This isn't me being biased. This is me giving you the factual evidence. There's nothing to go on beyond that. The only other thing I can imagine is the conversation that a lot of people like to have about him, because he does actively do interracial super happy adult fun time content. Nico, they continuously say, oh, he's sleeping with a white man, oh, he's sleeping with a Latino man, oh, but Rhyheim Shabazz has tons of films with black people. I don't even have to lie about it. This isn't me defending him. He has tons of films with black people. Even when you look at his Brazilian content in his studio, there are tons of dark skin, brown skin, people from Amsterdam, people from the US, people from, like, he incorporates everybody, so you can't really hold him at fault for just being open to everybody unless you are a homotep. At that point, it's up to you. But if I've missed any other controversy, definitely let me know. But that is the story behind all the controversies swirling around Rhyheim. If there's something else, please enlighten me, because I do not know. But once again, when the Elijah situation does finally come out, I will cover it fully, because that is also my close friend. But until then, there's nothing else for me to go on. So I hope I've satiated your need for tea, and now you have nothing on me. So I will leave you guys with a conversation, and I'll see you guys next time. Boop. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Chef Chinko Fan 18 and Tatted Wolf 323. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. And this week's live stream discussion is going to be another virtual hangout. I actually thought it was pretty interesting how heavily we got into like politics and then ideologies and education. It was very fun, so if that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in. Or be it the videos of his collaborations with youthful seeming, or be it the